If you're watching this video and you might be thinking about what happened to me and my Amazon business after the dark side of Amazon video, did I recover from it? What happened to my Amazon business? In this video, I will share with you everything that happened after Amazon withheld my payments and what you can do if you experience this as well. Stay tuned. Okay guys, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. Quite simply, I'm on a mission to do £1 million by the end of 2021. Now, enough about me, I will jump into the content today. So first things first, what are we going to go through? So number one, I will share with you a recap of when my payment was withheld by Amazon, and obviously from that dark side of Amazon video. Number two, I'll share with you what I did in my business when my payment account was withheld. Number three, I'll share with you how I recovered when Amazon suspended my account from that. And then finally, number four, I will share with you what did I learn from this experience and obviously give you something to take away as well. So let's get started. So first things first, let's give you a bit of a recap about what happened when my payment was withheld from Amazon. So to give you a bit of history, back in 2020, I noticed that whilst I still had funds in my account, it showed zero that I could cash out. Basically, I couldn't withdraw any of my sales proceeds from Amazon. Now, prior to this, I received an email in which Amazon was requesting additional information about my payment account, and in particular, asking me to update my standard industrial classification code, or SIC code. But it said nothing about restricting my ability to cash out or taking my money from Amazon. Now, I updated this and we waited, yet still I was unable to cash out money. A few days later, I got a message requesting further or additional information about the people who were accessing my account. Now, what made me terrified was that Amazon stated in this email that they would restrict me from selling on, obviously, the marketplace, the platform, if I did not provide the information. Now, this made me scared quite simply because I was shocked to hear that this warning. Even though I'd done everything that Amazon had asked of me, not only this, I was a long-time seller on Amazon, and in addition to this, I needed that money to pay my team and also to cover my business costs. So that is a quick recap of what happened. Number two, what did I do when, or what steps did I take when Amazon withheld my payment account withheld my money? Now, first things first, we stopped purchasing stock to keep the money within the business. I then explained the situation to the team, and for me, I was quite lucky because of FastTrackFBA. I was able to move the team to another part of the business. But for you in an Amazon account, what you could do is continue to have them source deals, but resell them to someone else. Now, what I did is I checked and I counted all my remaining funds within my business and my bank account, and I estimated how long I could cover my team's salaries and other expenses, business costs, until we would go bankrupt. And trust me, that was a horrible, horrible experience. When our remaining funds got to the point that they were no longer enough to cover our expenses, and trust me, it goes quicker than you think it does, that was the time I had to inject further money from my savings to cover the payroll costs to keep the business afloat. Now, once the money was released by Amazon, I gathered my team again and quite simply, we got purchasing. But that leads me nicely on to number three, how did I recover my account? What happened when Amazon was suspending that payments? The reason why I share this with you is because if you are in a similar situation, then hopefully you can learn something about what I did that's going to help you out. Now, what I did before doing anything else was to take my time receiving the emails sent by Amazon. Remember, I got that first email. So for you, step one, read, and read again the emails. Quite simply, do not reply straight away. Always remember that you have a limited number of replies, so make each reply count. Now, you might be asking, how many replies can I do with Amazon? Quite simply, we don't know. But we will know, or we do know from experience and from other sellers, that they will stop accepting replies if you're bombarding them with emails. So make each reply count. Now, step two, after reading the email that you've read many times, research what other sellers have done in a similar situation on Amazon Seller Central forums. Try to see if anyone else has already overcome the problem, and having researched that problem and possible responses, you can now construct your response email. Now, step three, I'd recommend that you share your response email with other professional, and I say that, professional and seasoned sellers, and let them know what happened by sharing the original Amazon email along with your response. Ask them for feedback on your response and tweak it based on what they're saying. You may repeat this many times until you feel confident that your response email is the best it can be. Again, remember you've got a limited number of replies, so make each individual reply count. After making that final draft of your response, submit it to Amazon and wait. Remember to be patient. They're a big business, lots going on, take your time. Now, if you want, you can request a call from Amazon support through Seller Central and politely ask if they can give you an update on the situation. Now, they might be able to tell you where you are in the internal workflow. Based on experience, you are not going to be able to speak to anyone from the team, so don't get angry if the Seller Central support person says they can't help. What I will say is be polite, and any information you get from them, i.e. where you're on the workflow, is good information, but again, wait. Now, there are two scenarios you might face yourself in that you may encounter after submitting a response email, and I'll share with you what I do in each scenario. First of all, if you're in the scenario of waiting too long for Amazon response, like me and what I just said, request a callback from an Amazon representative, which can be arranged through Seller Central. Now, what I recommend for you is be polite and try to understand what the situation is and communicate that to them. Now, the operator may let you know where you are in the workflow, as I talked about earlier, and if you are polite, but they do not need to tell you, so just make sure you're polite and you may get the information, but that's all they can do. For me, I was waiting a few weeks, and when I called them, they couldn't tell me much, but they could say, and the guy on the phone did say, where the case was in that process and typically how long it takes to resolve. When we talked, my case was waiting for the final review, and hopefully it would be done within a few days to maybe a week. But that was not 100%, and I guess it was just him trying to tell me the information. Now, I got this information because I was talking to the guy on the phone and being polite, and he helped me out. Now, maybe you're in the situation whereby you are sending your email in and you're getting the same response back and back again. Now, what I would say for you is if you feel you've gone back and forth with the same problem and it's not getting anywhere, and it seems like you are getting the same automated reply or talking to a robot, and we've all been there with Amazon, I would strongly recommend that after 2 or 3 times of maybe getting this, stop and pay for professional advice. And this could cost anywhere from like £500 to $500. Why? Because if you lose your Amazon selling account, you can never create another one. Amazon just won't let you. So $500 now is a great investment for a happy future of selling on Amazon. Now, with professional advice, they can give you the pre-written responses that have worked before and tick all of those boxes Amazon has, which obviously your current response is not currently ticking, so helping you out. Now, hopefully Amazon will give you back your payment account and it will let you cash out your funds, just like what happened to me. Now, that leads me nicely onto number 4. What did I learn from this whole experience and what can you take away? So first things first, as an Amazon seller, my first learning from this experience is to make sure that every single detail you have about your business in your Amazon Seller Central is the same as the official documents. Even a single letter or a symbol needs to be exactly the same as the official documents. Once I shortened the limited to LTD, as we are a limited company in the UK, and this was flagged by Amazon, and it could potentially lead to suspension. The top tip for you, make sure that everything is 100% correct to the official documents, word for word, letter for letter. Now, another top tip for you is if you are running a UK-based limited company, Amazon did it for me, and I talked about it in my journey, the SIC code on Companies House should be 47910, retail sale via mail order houses or via internet. That's what Amazon asked me to change. Really interesting, I don't know why, and I've never told them, but they did check it out on Companies House. Now, after this video, top tip for you, I recommend that you make sure that you check every detail of your Amazon information in your Seller Central account. Make sure that is correct to all your business records, personal records in your Amazon account, and it matches all the official documents. If your account gets suspended, try not to stress. Take your time, get the responses correct, and check with fellow Amazon sellers that your responses are getting the right marks. And if you're still struggling, don't hesitate to pay for professional advice. Now, what I will say is this situation will test your understanding behind the reason why you are selling on Amazon. And in my case, for me, selling on Amazon is to help other Amazon sellers like you build my team, share my experiences, and you know what? Build a better life so I can travel the world. Right now, Mexico, Cancun. Now, and in addition to that, the other option was stop selling on Amazon and go and get a job. That was not an option I was willing to do. So I had to get through it. Now for you guys, I've just talked about and shown you how I personally dealt with Amazon suspending my payments, which was a nightmare. But getting this information back or getting this account back was super key for me. Now, one thing which I'll say for you, getting your account back is really important, but also growing your account to a point where you're making profits, that is even more important. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop a link to a video around here about how to generate your first £2,000 profit within your Amazon business. Check it out, I think that'll really help you. What I will say is hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, maybe there's something you want to say, let me know in the comments down below. But if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. But for me, Thomas Parkinson, and my now working Amazon selling account where I can get payments, thank you very much.